Hello everyone! Today we'll be going over makerspaces. Some of you heard of what makerspaces are, and some of you haven't. So we'll spend a little bit of time going over exactly what a makerspace is, and then we'll spend a lot of time making something that you would find in a makerspace. So, my instructional objectives for today is to make sure you leave here with more knowledge than you did before you came in here. So hopefully you leave with some positive perspectives as well. Makerspaces are supposed to be fun and useful. They can bring so much creative spark to a student. I can talk all day about what a makerspace can include and how everything is so enriching for the students. But I know letting you get your hands on something to create will be more enriching experience for you, so you can kind of see, firsthand exactly what these makerspaces can bring to students. So let's discuss what a makerspace is. So let's talk about the library. The library is obviously the place I'm trying to promote, so this is where you will find the makerspace. And when we all think of a library, we think of books. It's what libraries have been known for. However, libraries aren't just about books anymore. A library that's equipped with all the materials to supply a makerspace is a place for community engagement. So let me explain exactly what a makerspace is. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a space in the library where students will come to make things. The options are limitless too. There is an emphasis on creating with technology. However, it's not just subjected to that. For example, students can find digital cameras in the makerspace, and the students can use these cameras and go around the school and take pictures on the school grounds. And then what they can do, they can bring the cameras back and upload the pictures to the library's computers, which will hold the library's editing software. And then the students can edit in graphics. The makerspace can be tailored to all ages, though. It doesn't just have to be, projects or experiments that are such as the digital cameras. It doesn't have to be for older kids. It can be like I said, the options are limitless. It can be for all ages. For example, students in elementary can use Play-Doh to create models of the layers of the earth. So now we are going to use this time to ask questions, to discuss about makerspaces, because I want to know exactly what everyone knows and all the questions that you have. Here is a favorite quote of mine in regards to makerspaces. So, the maker movement in libraries is about teaching our patrons to think for themselves, to think creatively, and to look for do-it-yourself solutions before running off to the store, which I think is a great, it's a great perspective to have when you're teaching children, because, this is a way of life. You are teaching them, subjects, but you're also, essentially teaching them about life and how to be a good person in our society. So here is a YouTube video that I'm going to share with you guys. And this video is talking about makerspaces in the real world. There are opinions from different perspectives in this video. This is why I chose this as a resource.
What is making? It's a basic human activity, something we all do. Making can be done with very simple materials like cardboard, tape, but it can also involve technology. It's starting with ideas and working through a process to improve those ideas, make something physical that you can share with other people.
We're always looking for new ways to help our kids be creative and build things.
Ooh, that's what I need. I'm having fun because it's a hot day. I just love to make a lot of stuff.
We want to provide parents with information and inspiration to host mini maker fairs on the playroom floor. It's about opening their minds and exposing them to other things. And in our communities, we're partnering with children's librarians across the country to build in junior maker sessions in the children's library.
Making is hands-on, using skills that they may not be developing in school.
It's important for my kids to make things because it lets them be creative.
It's fun to build everything I want.
You can do anything, you can make anything.
I built this all by myself. I love the Lego table because you don't have to follow directions. You can just build whatever you want.
We're joining with policymakers, the White House, hundreds of makers, and thousands of families to get excited about the maker movement.
After watching that video, you can get a broader perspective on what everyone else is doing with maker spaces in the world, and you're getting different perspectives from students and adults. So here I have found 3 different online websites that have resources for makerspace project ideas. This Pinterest has its Pinterest board, and it holds a lot of different ideas. It's very enriching for sure if you're looking for project ideas. And the same thing with these other 2. And with these other 2, you can actually find kits to these specific projects. So it's a less of a do-it-yourself kind of resource, but for the most part, a lot of different project ideas. The materials needed aren't, they're not really intensive. They're pretty simple, especially for the younger children. Compared to sometimes you're dealing with electronical and more of a technology-based projects can have materials that you'll need to research and get them. And so something you can't just buy little materials at Walmart or teacher store. So we've done enough talking. We are going to create our own project. I have a kit that we are going to create planes. So if we can group up in groups of 4 and we can begin working on those.